Hello everyone, and welcome back to Survival Roleplay. And what we're doing is continuing from where we left off last time. I'm going to do our massive slide sale where we're going to sell 260,000 litres worth of silage. Prices at the moment, as we're just going past Farm Willoughby's market, about 180 per 1,000 litres. So I haven't done the math, but that is what, about 36 grand, yeah, about 50, 51, maybe 52 grand. That's just from this. And obviously the grass is growing, that'll be ready to mow tomorrow in April. Ferment that, sell it in May. Then repeat the process in June, July and all that. And yeah, we got a lot of things we can do. Obviously, tomorrow, what we're going to do is actually go ahead and start planting our soybean crop. As we're going to sell our first load of silage of the day. We were in the red, now back in the black. And for that one load, we got 2,904 euros, and that's about 100 less that we got when it was at its maximum peak in February or January, it was when we sold the first load of silage. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. Also, we need to start supplying timber for Derek, because obviously in last episode I did mention he was getting a bit antsy with us. Earlier on today, he gave us a bit of a stern phone call about needing timber to get the orders met for June and July. So I said to him, don't worry, we'll have it to him by the end of today, in the March. Then you have April and May and the first half of June to get produced some planks. So that is 2.5, 3 months to get some planks produced. So hopefully if he does that, then he can sell it to either a local business or a international overseas, or heck, he can sell it just up to the Netherlands to the Amish. And so the Amish, they love their planks of wood and that, and make some nice beautiful barns. Yeah, so whatever he chooses to do with it is up to him. Obviously if we go ahead and sell them, we can keep a lot of the profits from that, or at least most of the profits. But if there's a new business, something like a carpentry perhaps pops up in the next couple of months, which is a possibility because there has been rumours going around that is we're going to have basically our third business popping up. But of course, that depends on one, if we can meet Derek's demands, and if we are able to exceed that, perhaps that may show some interest in some business entrepreneurs, yeah, that's the word, that we are committed as a community. But yeah, it's going to be a big ask. I think the first priority is going to be the silage. So what we're going to do here is just get this all transported, get it sold, and hopefully from here we can make some money, because we want to buy the new baler. When I say new, I mean of course second hands. We never buy stuff new here. I'll say that, but yeah, so we get the new Holland BR 1690, 47% off, just under 16 grand. And we use this to make silage bells, grass bells, that needs to also be wrapped in to make silage bells. But of course, that's the thing, what we can do is, if, say we're in a situation where we are profitable, where we don't need to sell everything day after day after day, which we are at the moment, essentially, and of course what we can do is simply store them and sell when it's at its peak with an autoload trader. Of course, the autoload trader, that's going to cost us about 16 grand or so to get it all loaded up. We'll get the trader to load it all up, and then 22 grand for the bale wrapper. So in total that is what, 15 grand, 22 grand, that's 37 plus another, so yeah, that's 55 grand there. And again, we're reserving 100 grand for the harvester, which we need, because I think the harvesting window for soybeans is around September, October time, I think. I think it can even be August, I think. Not too sure, but yeah, still, so we need to think about that and actually plan ahead to a degree. Because if it's September, so let's say if we mow tomorrow in April, sell it in May, sell the stage in May, should I say, then mow it in June, sell it in July, then yeah, we should be able to do a few loads, depending on how big the field we're going to do with soybeans. So I do want to do a biggish field to make it worth it. But yeah, there's so many things, so many variables we need to consider. And again, there's a possibility we may even have some animals, like some chickens perhaps. Because like the basic enclosure is what? 6 grand? Yeah, that holds 3 chickens. So again, another 2904, so I think we are doing really well with this. Actually, how much is it for a bigger forage wagon? Is it actually going to be worth it? If it ain't, then we won't. Obviously, we've got this little thing here, but could go up a bit. 2 grand. Yeah, not really worth it. So I'm going to stick with this. Of course, again, once we've got the combine, once we get all the bane stuff in, perhaps we can go and upgrade this. Or actually, if we've got the bane wrapper, we can actually sell this, because obviously then we won't need it. Again, so many things, so many options to consider. I think for now, just get cracking on and see how much we get from this. So hello everyone, welcome back, and yeah, we've been a bit busy. Obviously I know some silage. As you can see, the money's gone up a little bit, but it's gone up by an extra 500 or so euros, 500, 600 euros. And that is because, as you can see, we haven't got the forage wagon with us. Nope. We are becoming more efficient, no mess around with the silage anymore, because obviously we was having too many issues of getting it out. So what I've done is I sold the forage wagon that we had, I repaired it, I repainted it, sold it off to a local dealer in another county, and I got some conveyor belt system, and this has been tried and true, and it works really well. And all we have to do is just adjust it ever so accordingly whenever the pod gets too far back. No need to mess around with going over the bumps and lumps as we've seen in the time lapse of it. Have some degree of success and failures of getting stuck, entire bundles and that. So yeah, we've done a few loads and we've got about another one full load, about 80% of a full load left, I think. About 60 or so thousand litres left. 66, 70, I think. But yeah, we'll go over here and have a little gander. And remember, this is only with grass that wasn't limed, so about 8% yieldage. So whatever we get next time, it's going to be an additional 15%. So here we are. We bought these. These are brand new. First we got the Lizard S710, and we got a brand new Meridian TL1239. Obviously this is more designed, but this is more designed for the Meridian silos. However, being an innovative and ambitious farmer like myself, I found another use for it. So, oh, wrong way. So I'm just going to push this back a little bit. There we go. Push it to that back pile. Then I'm going to push you back. I think this is already filled up with some silage, so this won't fill up. However, if we just go over here, also I did move some of the chaff to here. That was, we had extra, obviously haven't done all of it, so we'll do that towards the end. I think at the moment we should be fine, so if we just simply reverse up. See, it's starting to fill up. It's not quite positioned correctly. There we go. So yeah, have a look over here. Bit stuck. So yeah, conveyor belt automatically picks up silage, goes up here, down to this little hopper, then up here and into the silo, into the trailer. And I think we can adjust the height of this, so like so. To whoever suits our needs. So whilst that's going on, that's good T1. It does take a little bit of time to fill up, but there's no mess around, no fiddling around, so I'm happy with that. And what I'm going to do at the same time is use this bucket, and I'm going to continue on and get this all loaded up. But that's the thing, it does take some time, and also I said about the money that I forgot we're going to get a brand new silo clamp, so it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a lot of money being spent over the next couple of months in preparation of our first major harvest of soybeans, hopefully. But trust me, it's going to be worth it in the long run. Because so far, actually, how much have we made so far? Also, we did get 500 or so euros from, no, 534 from the line we sold. But yeah, so far we've earned 32 grand just from the silage alone. So yeah, say about, what did I say, about 50 grand or so. Our prices are still okay at the moment. If we have a look at the prices, 180 still. Hasn't gone up or down, so I'm happy where it's at the moment. Just got to be careful with filling this up because it will tip a little bit. Obviously, ideally, we'd like to have a telehandler or wheel loader, similar to what Farmer Willie B's got, but you can't always have those luxuries, so we'll take it as it is. Now, since we're doing 1,000 litre buckets at a time, this does help up the filling process. Yeah, see, it is a bit bumpy here. But I think what I'll do actually swap after is, with whatever chaff we've got left over, I'm going to put it into the trailer, and then we can sell these 2 tire bundles, get some decent price for the rubber. And I think that's the tray filled up, and then we can get the concrete bunker silo in. Obviously, as previously stated, it's going to cost us about 25 grand, I think it was. Have a look over here. Yeah, 25 grand, so if we have a little look. Just from what I've been told by local sources, that is, can hold about 300 to 400,000 litres of chaff. That, if we ever went down that route, that can hold about to 800,000 to a million litres, potentially, depending on how you go about with compacting it. Also, the thing I didn't realise is actually we can use the bucket of this as like a little leveler. Like to push the slider back and that, so that's going to be a good little option. So yeah, we'll quickly get this done, and then we'll go from there. So, alright, that is all that done, and we've tied up the yard, and in the process we've been spending some money. And as you can see, so we've got our bunker side clamp, we've got the concrete one here. It's positioned not in the greatest spots. We could do a cut this grass back a little bit, I think. Let's just go ahead and do that. Won't cut too much, just say that much will do just fine. I think we'll get a nice tractor through that, I think. But yeah, so here we are here. I did leave a bit of a gap here. Obviously we need to go this way for when the slice comes out of this end. Ideally I would like to face it this way, but however we got these tree stumps here that we really need to move at some point, especially when it comes to doing animals and that, because I'm thinking of getting like a chicken coop at some point. And if we have a little look here, so say if you place a small one, let's have the big one, and yeah, so looking at that, let's get some collisions with the stump. All it says about clone player, ignore that. But yeah, something like that, so we'll need to at least get rid of one of these stumps, ideally more. And also we've got the beta in, so got it, put it back in storage, haven't repaired it or anything. And of course, obviously now we've got our conveyor belt set up, we don't need the beta for doing silage belts, and that's fine. That'll still be helpful when we do wheat, barley or oats. And I think sorghum as well to get straw, because if we get cows at some point, then of course we need straw to fit it out. So yeah, cheapest cow pen is 75 grand, pigs is 20 grand, sheep is 26 grand. Could even look at getting some bees at some point. Couple of options there for us, but yeah, so we'll leave that there. Now we need to get some timbering on, because we need to fill Derek's demands of 25,000 years worth of wood, at least 25,000. So what I'm going to do is simply chop all these trees down over here that's on the edge of our property line, and whatever we've got left over simply be sold at the shop and get some profit for us. So hopefully I've still got my handy ruler over here. Might have gone into the drink here. Nope. Where is it to? Because we did have a nice chunk of wood that we use as a ruler, and I can't seem to remember where I placed it to. Have a look over here. Nope. Now, because also there's a handy little ruler that we have, was 8 meters long, and is that it there? No, just a bit of a twig there on the floor. Strange. No idea where that's gone to. Didn't think we sold it because I thought. Oh, there it is over here. There we go. This is our handy, trusted router. Oops. And we've gone and launched it. Come on, there we go. But yeah, doing 8-meter long logs seems to be the ideal amount. So what we're going to do is simply plonk you there. Start getting these trees chopped down, and we'll measure up, cut it. And of course, we could extend the grass field even more to up here. Oh, I was so close to the tractor. Oh, I did not really think about that. So let's go and get this felled. Get all these little branches chopped off. But yeah, I think to be honest, 1 load should be fine for Derek. However, we'll just go and just have a look, because obviously when we did this last time, when we had a proper full load, we got about 20 grand's worth of timber. And if we get about the same amount in terms of volume, then I think it's worth it when it comes to selling the planks. If we sell it at the right price, at the right place, which at the moment is only at the farm shop, but if we get a nice carpentry business in, or another sell point that accepts planks, then perhaps then we've got some viable options in terms of selling. So this tree is 23.5 meters long, so that helps us out a lot. We can cut it down to nice, beautiful 3 logs. There we go, place you there. Push you like that. And there we go. So yeah, we've got 7.6, 8, and 7.9 meter logs. So that is helpful. Actually, I think I'll get rid of these small trees first of all. There we go. So if you place these on first, then we can worry about having the big logs on top. Because these weigh pretty much next to nothing. I'll keep as much as I can. So I think these are long, these are going to stick out the back a bit. So there we go. If we say put you like so. So yeah, sticks out the back a little bit. Don't want to go too far forward in case it hits the tractor when returning. But yeah, so we're just going to continue on here and see how much timber we can get with the amount of time we've got left. It's going to be a bit of a long little session here, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. Try to get as far down as we can get. But yeah, I really think a forestry mulcher is needed at some point. Even if it's going down the whole leasing route, it'll still be worth it, I think. That is what, 10 meters long, 9 meters long. So again, we'll pick this up. Don't think we're really buffing that to lift this up, and then simply plonk you on. So yeah, that's 2 logs down. Main more to go. is all the timbering done, and we've opened quite a bit over here. So this is all the trees down now. Everything this side onwards is on the other property, so we can't chop them down. And yes, we filled the order for Derek. We gave him 21,000 litres worth of timber in the end. That equates to about 26 to 28,000 litres of plank, so that will fulfill his order. And the rest is here. Yes, we could go and give this to him to process, but I think what he's got at the moment will keep him busy till July, so I'm going to leave it there, and this will be sold and see if we can get any more money. Whilst we're on the way, is there anything interesting pops up in the used market? A bale wrapper's popped up. We'll be talking about a bale wrapper, and the moment we got the whole system, the conveyor system, a wrapper comes up, and actually is the one that we actually was going for. Oh, should we still get it? No, not really. I just do think there's a point, especially 10 grand in that. That might be used elsewhere for chicken pens, bees, greenhouse, or even more importantly, the combine harvester. But tomorrow is when we are going to officially start doing some proper crops. Also, as well, tomorrow we've got to do the mowing again, get windrows and all that good stuff, but it's going to be worth it, I think. So yeah, we'll see how much timber we can get from this. Be interested to see. So I'm thinking, I'll say about 22 grand, 24, maybe 25 if we're lucky. But yeah, I'll say about 20 to 22.5 grand, because these aren't all big pieces of logs, ain't like the 3.4 ton trees. So yeah, we'll go and reverse back up. There we go. And we're at 14 grand. So yeah, 20 grand, which I thought was going to be about right, because obviously we're all big timbers. So I think like a quarter of it or a third of it were like normal medium-sized logs. So this is what it is. But at 33 grand now, and from the massive size cell we got 45 grand. So if we can, well, should we increase that by quite a bit? I think, say about 10%. So let's say we'll get about 50 grand if the price is okay still. Gonna have a look at the price for silage. Starting to go down, so hopefully, if it stays around the 175, 170 mark, I'm happy with that. But at the end of the day, who knows? But for now, that's going to be it for me, folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.